Okay. Welcome to the start of a new anime review series. I thought I was going to do more than one episode of this, but I thought I was going to, but time-wise, I only can do one. Sadly. This anime, which is also my 8th anime I started this year. Yes, the 8th. The anime itself is known as Tougen Anki, which I refer to this one as, I kid you not, the Oni anime, because a lot of this stuff is about Onis. So we start in a flashback, where, this is a flashback, we have two individuals, one dressed in white, one dressed in black. The one dressed in black is carrying a baby. The one dressed in white basically is telling him, don't take the baby. The name of the episode is called Oni Blood, because it has Oni blood. And then we jump ahead I'd say about 17 years later. Oh, by the way, the whole thing is dubbed. Yep, the whole thing is dubbed. Yeah. Yeah, which makes it the first new dub I've seen since Vermio and Gold. Only the third one this year. Yes, because mostly everything else I've watched so far has been only subbed. The reason for that, it's just the anime I picked. It just happened to be that way. The fact that out of the 7 anime so far, out of the 8 anime so far this year, only like 3 of them have been dubbed. Yeah, only 3, and that is just because this is the anime I want to check out. That's the primary reason for it. This anime I want to check out better than my last break I did, but I didn't have time. But I figured, though, of the 24-episode anime I would plan to check out, this is what I want to check out. Purely because I have seen 2 clips of this online. I first heard about this anime thanks to a clip in a later episode. Apparently, I think this one is one of 2, involving a character who does debut in this episode, actually 2 of them, who debut in this very episode, which I will get to that episode soon, and another episode involving another character. One involving a character who is considered a new waifu, because basically she's a very beautiful woman, and the fact that she is, not only very attractive, she's kind of one of the main female leads of the series, and she's not the main character's love interest. We'll get to the reason for that later. So, aired last year, and I've heard people don't like this series per se. They call it crap. I'm like, why? I actually like the first episode. Though the episode itself, I only have one small issue with it. It feels like a partial retread of Blue Exorcist. Yeah, I'd say partial because, the main character was not technically human. Well, in the case of Shira from Blue Exorcist, he's half human, half demon. This character is full Oni. And he's got horns, just like Shira does. He's got an adoptive father who, and of course, there's those slight different circumstance here. By the way, the studio who makes this one is known as Rimbo. Now, have I seen anything by it? Well, it's also produced by Studio Habari. Yes, this is one of the more recent anime that they've worked on. Came out last year. Now, have I seen anything that this company has worked on? Well, and I'm looking at the stuff right now. Have I seen or reviewed anything this company has worked on? Well, there's one anime soon I want to check out, but I'm not going to review it right now. There's about a few of them anyways. No. There is not. This is actually let's see. Yeah, this is the very first anime I have watched. No. Yes, that's definitely true. First anime I come across where I've actually worked on. Oh, there is one. I would say kind of one. Yes, kind of, because they worked on the OVA's Monsume. Yeah, I watched this a few years ago. So, basically, after the whole thing of like, oh, you can't take the kid, which the character's kid's name is Shiki Inoshi, who in present day is voiced by Zeno Robinson. You're thinking, that name sounds familiar. Did he voice other characters before? He has. He's the voice of Hawks from My Hero Academia. Really? Hawks? Yeah. He's also been in Young Justice. He was the voice of Cyborg. Yep. He's also in One Punch Man as Super Alloy Black Luster. He is Genya. I think he's one of the pillars, if I'm not mistaken. He voiced a character named Zeppis from Misfit Team Academy. He is Garfield from ReZero, which I think he'll return in this most recent season of the show. That's coming out soon. He is the main character of the Hidden Ninja Online Adventure Nor Stardia. Great show. I really wish we could get season 2 of this one. He is Zengon Zugger from Black Clover. He is Vanatos himself from the Case Study of Vanatos. Another great show. There's a high potential season 2, but they're probably going to wait till more chapters manga. He is Okampan. Yes. Yeah, he always tends to voice characters who are black for some reason. Yes, and yeah, the actor is black too. I have no issue with that at all. So they do address both in the dub of why his skin is black, because God-Man Black. He is also in Bleach Dynasty of Blood War as Yoshiro, as basically Yoshiro, who is Yukio's brother. Yep. Let's see. Of course, this show, and he's also Hajime Katsumo from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. Great actor. No denying that. He is a fantastic voice actor. There is no denying that he is probably by far, of the more recent crop of voice actors, probably one of the more popular ones. But I think that usually first character you think when we think of this guy is Hawks, because he did a great job voicing Hawks in the series. And if you're curious, does he appear in the special? You'll find out and see. So we jump ahead 17 years later. I'd say 17 because he's looking by 17. We have him. He's older. He's been expelled from school for reasons, and he has guns in his room. Yes, he has guns. Where the heck he got these damn things is not explained here. Did he buy them with his allowance? Because guns are expensive. Like, looking at these guns, that is, like, if this was U.S. currency, that is probably about $20,000 to $25,000 worth of guns in his room. Because people are lucky they can afford one gun. Like, it could be either a rifle, a pistol, a shotgun. But this guy has like a machine gun too. That is expensive, and that's before inflation went up in the last few years. Yes, guns are always expensive. Heck, bullets are expensive too. Where his adoptive was like, you got expelled. Of course, he always punched him in the head too, and calls him old man. Like, not really by blood. Yeah, this is actually something that, well, also happened in the first episode of Blue Exorcist as well, which of course he later regretted that. So, also the fact that he runs a liquor store. I should point out that, yeah, unlike in the case of the guy who raised Shira, Shira's adoptive father was a priest who worked for the Blue Exorcist Order. In the case of Shiki's father here, he runs a liquor store. Different. Not exactly the same, but similar idea. So, he gets like call, like, oh, get delivery, and we see a picture of him when he was younger. And then of course, you see him take a gun out of his room, fire a practicing gun as well, and then an explosion goes right behind him, where we have another character pop up here. Yes, a character by the name of, what is his name here? Because, of course, we actually... named Samadari Momaya. And he's voiced by Patrick Stultz. Yep, Patrick Stultz. Great voice actor. In my opinion, a living legend. Fantastic. Only now the 29th anime I heard him in. Yep. The last one I heard him in is actually animated right now. The Dream of Become Raider. Great show. Which they've now released a new episode, apparently. Despite the fact it was supposed to be released Saturday, now it's released now. It's weird. So, pretty much basically, so he shows up, tries to hurt him with this black thing. He's pulled down, and then he's hit by a car. Then, of course, Shiki's father tells him to get in the car. They explain, oh yeah, the story about Momotaro, yeah, that's all true. The fact that he's the descendant of Momotaro. And apparently, like, the descendants of Momotaro basically combined together to form the Momotaro Corporation. And they changed his name, of course, and, well, then, of course, a fight, of course, has to hide, of course. And they have a really cool fight scene, because I love the music, and it's very tense here. It doesn't last very long, but it's really cool. And supposedly he beats him, and so Shiki unleashes his Oni mode, covered in blood, because Oni love blood. And Oni is basically a Japanese demon. That's literally what he is. So, you could say, just like Shira from Black Exorcist. Except that he is the son of Satan, not basically a regular, he's not full-blooded. In the case of Shira, he's not full-blooded demon, he's half-demon. This one's full-blooded. And he fights him pretty well. He's basically in a rage, forms guns in his blood, and he's even blows up the man's arm. And then he drags him outside, causes a lot of explosion, got a big explosion in the place, and he's about to kill him, gets basically back normal. And then his father comes in, he gets stabbed, and then he dies. And then he is saved by a man wearing a shirt. Shirt, tie, got a mark on his face. So we get the debut of another character who is, well, apparently supposed to be Shiki's mentor. A man by the name of Natale Mundo, who just picks up, like, this character himself does not have someone from Blue Exorcist. Oh no. This character reminds me of a character from Fire Force. Yes, frickin' Fire Force. A character by the name of Nato Mundo. He also kind of reminds me, based on his mannerisms and how somewhat cold he is, he reminds me also of, believe it or not, Lord 3 from Commodore X. Yes. He rides on roller skates. You're thinking, how the heck do people take him seriously? Who knows? He's voiced by Stephen Fu. Interesting choice. At least it's not a character that is taken over from Bill Kemetz. He's done it twice now, by the way. Yes. And he takes him in, and we get a call from the principal, who actually debuted in the manga later. And then we see the debut of the Emperors, who were introduced early. And they're apparently people who are mummies, apparently, and they're hiding in bandages. We don't know who this person is talking. One of the voice sounds like Rico Majaro, but I can't exactly confirm that. Though we do also get a debut of several new characters. They don't speak yet. I will reveal who's voicing them later. We get the debut of Kana Sensegumi, who is the series waifu. Yes, believe it or not, she is a series waifu. Yeah, she's a new one. There is also Rikikaru Kirama. I review these voice actors, basically, who voice them later, but I have to mention these people. There is Akira Yoroshi, Himori Boyabaga. Yes. There's also Gigi Yasure and Jin Kozusuki. He wears a mask. Yeah. But we'll get a chance to see basically who these people are in the next episode. By the way, this episode only covered from the manga. Chapter 1, page 1, 6 through 65, and pages 4 through 9 of chapter 4. Quite interesting, it covers that much. Now you're probably thinking, well, why we're stuck on this episode? I have no idea, but you could say most of chapter 1 was adapted to this episode, except for like 2 pages, 2 or 3 pages, yes. Yeah, and this whole arc is covered in just 2 episodes. Yeah. But yeah, not much to say about this. As I think it's really good. I actually enjoyed this. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe to notifications. I will see you tomorrow for more reviews of this series. Okay? Next video. Bye.